Might have got a little bit ahead of myself here. Hang on. Okay, can you guys hear me? So let's see. Chat filter set for all messages. Oh, I remember I was going to try to flip this the other way. Let me see if I can still do that. Oh, nope, that's not what it was. Hmm. Let's see. Lighting, hide light. Hey, Kitty, how are you? Can you hear me? Hey, how are you doing? Shavarin, right? Shavarin, how are you tonight? I'm still trying to. Oh, okay. Thank you, Kitty. I appreciate that. Still trying to figure out how to flip the screen sideways on the little drop down menu, and I don't know how to do that. And of course, zipper. Oh, thank you, Kitty. I'm surprised I look good because I went in yesterday and I had micro needling done on my face. You can kind of see a little bit of redness. And it's kind of, I think it's probably like when they're doing a tattoo fill, because they take these needles and they inject them a certain depth into your skin. And the theory is, so I guess that I'm indirectly answering your question. That's my grandson.
I got microneedling too.
Hang on, guys. Huh?
I found these. I figured you might want them for something.
Yes, I will. Thank you. But anyway, hey, Road King 21, how are you? What was I talking? Oh yeah, I was talking about the fact that I had micro needling last night. Yeah. But anyway, it's kind of akin to. Thank you, Kitty. I'll tell him. It's kind of akin to going down a road that has just been sanded at 80 miles an hour with no facial protection on, but it's all concentrated in little bits. And it was like, oh my gosh, it wasn't at all good. Let's see. I do not know how to fix that problem. I don't really have an agenda tonight, you guys, but I realized that Angel is working for a living now, so she's not here tonight. Fake name. Okay, so you are out of here. This is a PG-13 channel, and you are not appropriate here. Yeah, so anyway, somebody warned me this would happen if I kept doing these with the vertical screen, because apparently everybody just comes in and wanders in and chit chat. So I'm trying to figure out how to change them. I have just deleted your message. Do not repeat that. Anyway, trying to figure out how to turn the screen so it's not set up in vertical, because apparently YouTube pushes you out for everybody to just pick up. And I also had planned on figuring out how to just make this open. Hey, Doug, how are you? I needed you like 5 seconds ago, dude. It was a confusing question, and I couldn't cope. I was so confused. But anyway. Oh, hang on. You guys are probably getting some feedback from my laptop, right? Yeah. But anyway, what was I going to tell you? So yeah, we talked about the micro needling, which was not my favorite thing. Getting a ton of feedback. Is it better now, Doug? Echo's gone. Yeah, I forgot that I had my laptop volume on. Sorry. And what with the flap of getting rid of the other person is like, okay, I was confused. So anyway, um, it snowed here today, so I went out for a ride. I did. And then it started hailing. So I went out for another little ride. It didn't stick, so the worst thing that happened was the seat on my bike got wet because it was parked outside while I was doing errands. But it was kind of fun. Although everybody did kind of look at me like I was crazy, and that may in fact be true. You know, I think that maybe the jury might still be out on that. And I do have news for you guys. I got some feedback about last week's video, and I'll tell you, what with the news about the whole Easy Riders flap. Hey, Joseph, how are you? I was kind of caught flat-footed, and not that that's any big deal in my neck of the woods because I get caught flat-footed a lot. But anyway, you know, I was kind of like consuming everybody else's content, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's my day for a video. So the video that I put out last week wasn't really my best effort. Let's just say it. It was a little boring. The person that said that, thank you. I heard you. So, you know what I did? I went out this week and I got some cooler content. Road King, now remind me where you're at. Are you in Oregon? Hey, Carney, how are you? I checked to make sure you guys weren't live first. And, oh, Minnesota. Oh, crap. I have a niece in Minnesota. Dry heat's been sick all week. Yeah, having a cold sucks. Minneapolis, you are right around in her neck of the woods. It's Hutchinson, something like that. Some little town up there. Anyway, when I come across that way in June, I plan on shamelessly pulling the family connection and occupying some couch space at her place. Oh, but anyway, back to my problem. Minnesota, yeah. So anyway, back to my boring video last week. And yes, Doug, I know it was boring. I went back and looked at it. It was boring. It's okay. I am not offended. I think that everybody needs to have one or two people they can rely on to tell you the truth. Oh, west of you about 60 miles. Very cool. So anyway, I decided last week's video was pretty boring. I didn't pull it because, I don't know, I just didn't want to. But I did decide that I'd try and do a better job this week. So I went out and I went for a ride on Valentine's Day because, I mean, you never said a word, Doug. You didn't need to say a word. But so I took my bike out for Valentine's Day to treat it to a tank of gas and a few fresh miles on its tires. So I went out and had a ride and chat, and I realized I didn't have anything to say of any consequence. So I know that there's a museum down the road here, and I probably haven't talked to you guys about it much, but the long and the short of it is I went over. Yes, they're open. Yes, let's go in. So I went in, and I got some really good content, and the first chapter will be airing tomorrow evening, and it is going to be the Marymount Museum. And what is it called officially? It's the LeMay Collection at Marymount is the official name. And it's an old Catholic, I want to say nunnery or school or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so anyway, it was pretty cool. And so I went in and there were 5 volunteers maybe, and 2 other customers. So they're not really running a lot of people through. I think they do a bigger, brisker business in the summer. But so they pretty much just let me like go through, and I mean, you could get like this close to the cars, and as long as you don't drool on them, they don't care. Hey, Nurse Joy, how are you? And thank you. Nurse Joy, pretty soon here, I'm going to start a separate channel for my books. So be watching out for that, okay? Yeah, I also want to let you guys know that I did start a second email, which is the next progress in doing the giveaway for that book, the one that has been sitting unclaimed on my shelf for so long. And if anybody knows Angel Donegal, Nurse Joy, you never said where you work at, unless that's classified. But also, I think it's a pretty great idea too, Doug, because realistically, it's a whole different audience. And there's a little bit of crossover as far as the saddlebag books and my books, but all it does is confuse everybody that just wants to see bike stuff, in my opinion, anyway. So, anyway, getting back to that subject in hand, we are going to be giving away the book again. So, next week, we're going to have a live stream, and we'll probably get the process started. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is put my new email address out and have everybody that wants to be in the raffle send me an email. Something like, yeah, count me in. I'd like to win the book. Something like that. Something like that. Again, I'm just kind of talking out the other side. I have no idea how to run a raffle. So the other thing is I'm going to talk to Angel about it because she's done an Easy Rider book raffle before. Yeah. I wonder how many people are just throwing away their Easy Riders right now. Because if there's anybody out there doing that, let me know. I'll take them off your hand. I know, right, Kitty? Not so much for the questionable content or anything, but because some of the content would be great in my books. But, I mean, I don't really want to mention a whole lot of that too much because I'm a pretty small creator and I don't really want that to, Oh, now we only have 6 people watching. Yeah. Oh, that's cool, Road King. I had some, but we moved so many times I've lost them all over the years. My brother, he had subscribed and then he died, and so he still had a subscription paid up. And so they kept coming, so I used them and I read the tech tips and I bought the tech tip books. Remember those? There's an orange one and a blue one and a green one. Well, I had the orange and the blue one, and I just got the green one in the mail the other day. Yeah, matter of fact, I went out and checked my mail today, and you want to know what I had in the mail? I don't know why I'm covering this up. It's not like there's anything you couldn't see there, but it just annoys me that they drape somebody over there. I'd rather just see the bikes. And I told them that back in the day, and I keep telling them that now. I don't know. Maybe now they'll listen to me. But yeah, I'm always looking for motorcycle content to put in my books. And not including some woman that's half-dressed. Yeah. No, I mean, I just kind of wanted to see what they were doing with it now that they have this whole new thing. I don't know. I probably won't renew after this year because, as I can see on the front, they are. Hang on. What up?
It's okay if I put the zipper on or no?
Yeah, if you want to give him his meds first.
All right.
Thank you. Just try and give him a 20 count if you could.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. My asthmatic cat is petitioning to go outside, and he can't. Ooh, I lost viewers on that whole Easy Riders discussion. It went from like 12 down to 4. My bad. Oh well. I don't know. So, Road King, you're not able to ride at all back there, huh? Not right now? I know, I was talking to Angel the other day, and we were kind of talking about going down to Diablo, the El Diablo run in Mexico. I don't know. That'd be a lot of fun, I think. I'm trying to kind of schedule my summer so that I can go from one event to the other, at least for a while. I don't know. Nope. That would suck. I would hate that. Nurse Joy, are you still in here? Did you have to go back to work? Sir Road King, what do you do to kill your time while you're there? You probably have to work for a living, huh? Siobhan, oh, I'm sorry. That would suck. Bought a brand new 26 FX LRS. Wow. Okay, I'm pretty jealous right about now. I really wanted one of those, are they 131s? But then my mechanic pointed out I really don't need to go any faster. And I mean, if I got one, I'd just have to take it in and tear out all the factory stuff anyway, because that's just how it is. I think that, didn't I hear somewhere that Harley has to build all of their bikes to go with the California requirements? Brand, oh my goodness. What color is it? Is it black? I bet. Well, it kind of makes up for, you know, being able to go ride in the summer, right? Yours is 117. Nice. My Road King's a 113 with a stage 2. It's got some pretty good horsepower output, and it goes plenty fast enough, but still. Yeah. I know I bought an air cleaner cover for it, for the stage 2 upgrade. And it's not like some big fancy expensive one, but it does what it's supposed to. But it says 117 or 114 or something on the side of it. And so, hey, Chasing Ghost, how are you? So just so I'm not like, false advertising, I went ahead and covered it up with a Brap Star sticker. Road King, I will check that out. One of my, the local shop where I get my stuff worked on, one of the guys that comes in and helps out all the time is in the hospital. So I'm just a little sad tonight. He had a stroke a couple days ago. Yep. Last time I saw him last week, we were having a discussion about day drinking. Not his habit, mine. How are you tonight, Tara? It's a pretty quiet group tonight. Dallas, Fort Worth. Ha! I knew that. So, Carney, you are currently driving then, right? Hey, so how is Key Fob doing? I haven't seen any updates lately. Oh, no? Yeah, it was pretty horrible. You're flying. Oh, okay. Oh, I know the camp out's coming pretty soon. I'm so excited. Yeah, it was tough hearing about Robbie. He was just working on my dyno the other day. They were fixing those exhaust leaks, and Robbie was like, "Hey, look at this," and he's nudging my, you know how on your, uh, I'm a little, um, floorboards. You know, you have those rubber things on your floorboards. Well, they're held on there with these big rubber bulby type things that poke down through holes on them. So he pointed out that one of them was broken. So he fixed it. Yeah, I didn't notice. I would have just put some Gorilla Snot on it or some other type of glue. Called it good. Flying out of Dallas, Fort Worth. So, what is the weather like there? Is it snowing there too? I know. I don't have any subjects tonight, you guys. My brain was a little frazzled. I guess I just needed some distraction. We'll be here. But yeah, so I just needed some distraction. And I thought you guys are always great for that. It's nice right now. Well, in Washington, you can wait 5 minutes, it'll change. I was going to go out on the dyno today and go for a little ride and film a new intro for tomorrow's video just because I could. So, in the time it took me to get the bike out, go back in, gather a few things, come back out, it had started snowing. Why are you going to Mobile, Alabama? I am so nosy. I'm sorry. I've been watching all kinds of content about old fixer-upper houses, and they all seem to be in Alabama, Arkansas, Texas, and it really makes me wish I was younger because I would like to go buy an old house and fix it up. But, you know, I'm kind of realizing that there's a certain amount of string left on my reel, and I have to pick what I want to do. You guys have heard that one, haven't you? It's this guy, and he's got a ribbon, and it's numbered from 1 to 100. And so he's talking to people and talking about how much time he has left. And he gets up there and he goes, okay, so I'm 1 through 100 here. So I'm 40 years old. So he tears off the first 40 years. It's gone. Don't think about it. Okay? And so then he starts talking, and it's like, you know, you spend this much time sleeping, tears off some more of the ribbon. You spend this much time working, tears off some more of the ribbon. You spend probably the last 10 years of your life not being able to do what you want to do, and so you have to tear that off. And so really there's only like 5-10 years of meaningful time. I didn't quite agree with all of his points he was making, but I can kind of see it. That's nice that you've got a family visit coming up and a meeting this weekend. That's good. 4 seasons in one day, yes. I mean, when you can stand here and look and see that it's beautiful out, and you go 3 feet down the road and the windshield on your motorcycle has hail bouncing off of it. I mean, I knew what I was getting into. I was just planning on running down the street anyway to the shop. So, yeah, that's my own bad for being that stupid and doing that. I've been working in my workroom here and getting ready to do some different stuff to make it a little bit more convenient to produce books in. I was also trying to fix it up so that my fat cat can get up on top of a surface to look out the window because he really loves that. It's so funny. About a certain time of night, he will just start whining really loud to go outside. And that's what Perry came in to check on. Can the cat please go out? Please. He's so noisy. And it's like, he doesn't just sit and whine about it. He will come over and he will smack you. Let me out. Let me out now. Yeah. Yep. Anybody doing anything interesting this weekend other than Carney? Good night, Tara. Receiving purr therapy. Yeah. I wish I could do that, but when my dog sleeps on the bed, he absolutely has a fit if the cat decides to sleep up there too. Have a good night, Tara. Hope you get some good rest. Good night. But yeah, so I didn't really have much of anything going on. I just wanted to check in with everybody. Talk to you a little bit about that giveaway next week that we're going to be starting for the book. The book. I know, right? The book. I'm excited. Does anybody have any questions or anything about how it's going to work? Because I don't have any answers yet. But yeah. I do have a report on the corn dog situation in Washington, though. I've been out 3 different days looking for corn dogs. No corn dogs. None. It's very disappointing. I had Taco Bell tacos for dinner the other night. And quite truthfully, they weren't very good. Yeah. Oh. You won't be visiting Washington. Kitty, I don't blame you. If I didn't live here, I probably wouldn't visit either. But if you do visit, no worries, Doug. I think that anybody that visits here will definitely want to see LeMay's Museum after checking out what my next 3 videos. I think I'm probably going to keep them at 12-minute videos. No corn dogs. That's a great thing. Serenity Kitty, I totally applaud that. Yeah, I mean, I've gone everywhere lately. And you walk in and you ask them and, well, no, but we have these things that you roll up in. Hey, Baggernut, how are you? I'm so glad to see you. We were just talking about the fact that there is definitely a dearth of corn dogs in Washington State. So Kitty says he's not coming up here. But I know he'll want to rethink that when he sees the videos over the next couple of weeks from the museum that I'm going to be going to. And yeah, I actually just kind of hope that my video skills can adequately show off the museum and the car collection. It's amazing because they give you total right up next to it access. And all they just tell you is, oh, be honorable. Don't touch the cars. Okay. Yeah. And I did get to ride in a Model T. They take you from one building to another. That kind of tells you how big it is. I was just looking around to see where I put the flyer, but I don't remember where I did. Oh, well. You'll have to be as surprised as everybody else is tomorrow night when it premieres. It'll be 5:30 my time, just like usual. Unless Sterling and Joe the Mountain Jedi change that around. And corn dogs are much better with mustard. And in addition, it helps you keep your muscles in tone, in my opinion. Sometimes when my muscles are cramping, I just get up and I squirt some mustard in a tablespoon and wow. It's a little bit gross, but I'm a firm believer that it helps. No, Baggernut, you have to pay for the class for that. It's like, I think it's like $170, and they train you how to start it and how to drive it. Yes, definitely mustard. But it was so cool because it was kind of like, it was almost like riding a dirt bike because they take you from one building to another, but he knows that I'm interested in bikes. So the guy is like, we're chit-chatting and I'm filming. And so we're going around and I'm hanging on for dear life. And so he's taking me by these other things. And they have a couple of actual Rodin sculptures on the lot. And so he took me around. He's like, you can get out and go look at those. I'm like, no. But so anyway, those are there, and I'll look at those closer at some other point. And yeah, but it was so cool. They also do a podcast, which I will link at the bottom of tomorrow's videos once I figure out how to do that. And their podcast really leans into how the collection got started and that sort of stuff. And it's a fascinating story, and I think you guys are just going to be so into it. At least I hope so anyway. I mean, I really was. I would have gone there even if they told me I couldn't film. Although, I mean, yeah, I would have still gone. I'm also considering volunteering there because they're really nice people. And I like hanging out with nice people. And I like to change up my activities every 3 years. I've been at the food bank for, I'm going to say about 3 or 4 years now. So it's about time for a change. Hey, Neil, how are you? You know, Red Ryder is not here tonight. She is at work. So I thought, maybe I could take that opportunity and start a live stream. And then it took me that long to get my act together. But yeah. Barrett Jackson auctions. I love watching those. And some of those cars, so nice to look at. But the part that's really cool about the museum that I'm taking you guys to tomorrow is that interspersed with all the car stuff, they have like salt and pepper shaker collections, or they have some Madame Alexander doll collections. They have a pedal car collection, and they are all put together in these unique ways so that, you know, it really utilizes all of the space they have available while also letting you get as close as possible to all of the items in the exhibit. It's pretty cool. I can't wait for you to see it. So yeah, 5:30 my time if all goes well. I keep waiting to see Sterling pop in. So I can find out for sure what time. Joe says he's in a little bit of a funk at work, but yeah. So I don't think he knows yet what he's going to do tomorrow night. That is not unusual. A lot of things are pulled together in the last minute with our crew. I'm also looking into starting to do some interviews with people. I thought it might be fun. And I am going to do the podcast with the people from LeMays, so that'll be cool. I've had a couple of people say that they would do interviews with me. You know who you are. I just realized Okay, must have been quite the conversation, Doug. How's work going? Never mind, you can't tell me. But, oh. Well, Doug, basically, we sat here and I talked and people commented. So that's kind of how it went. I talked a little bit about tomorrow's non-boring video and you missed it. You missed it. But anyway, it's all good. You're going to love tomorrow's video, Doug. Well, I hope you do. It's going to be part 1 of a 3-parter. And Zipper just came back in the house. Can you tell? Did you hear him?
Well, I never let him out.
He's pretty funny because, like, sometimes he'll decide he just has to go outside. And then he'll decide he doesn't want to go. Hey.
I gave him his medicine, but I never let him out.
Oh, okay.
Because he got distracted by the dryer. So now
Cool.
I'm just making him wait. But he is getting antsy, so I probably will let him out.
Alrighty. Yeah, I can hear him. Okay, thanks, Barry.
Mhm.
It's nice having a roommate. Yes, we did all agree. Corn dogs are good. And I think we're all pretty much agreed on mustard, not ketchup, and never, ever mayonnaise. Ever. What else did we talk about? Were you here for this shot, Doug? Yeah, got it in the mail. Hey, how are you doing, Toyota Mike? I was going to get a hold of you because I can't figure out how to turn off that alert on my car. But I did get the cabin air thing done. But yeah, it was $47 to change the cabin air filter because it's up underneath of the glove box. So I thought that was probably money well spent, not to have the aggravation. But then, of course, you know, since you're in a place and I'm a woman walking in looking for work to get done, it's like, well, you need to get your tires rotated and you're going to need new tires soon. I was like, I'm pretty sure I don't need new tires. This car is super low mileage, which is why everybody keeps wanting to buy it. So the tires are not going to need replacing anytime soon. And thank you. And then he told me I needed a couple of other things done and a sensor replaced. And have you guys ever seen that thing, Tires? It takes 30 seconds. Okay. Thanks, Mike. I will shoot you a message on Facebook, isn't it, where I have your stuff at? Cool. I would appreciate that. But, oh, Sterling, I was just talking about you. Were your ears burning? Sterling, you inspired me. I went to a museum 5 minutes from my house. You're headed to Grandview. I was talking to one of my truck driving buddies yesterday. I went down to see her in Tumwater, Washington, and she was headed out for Portland and then I think down to California. I think she's taking a boat somewhere or something. I don't know. All the museums, all the time. This is called LeMay's Collection at Marymount. Have you ever heard of it, anybody? I mean, at one point I was like, gosh, I have a lot of content. I'm very worried that it's going to bore people. But, you know, so I tried to make it interesting and I tried to get like pictures, you know, like moving camera stuff of the cars. And I was reading the placards while I'm showing you guys the cars. I was so stressed, just stressed. But I really like it because it's like not all pristine and beautiful. And it's like you walk in there and it's like, it smells like an old garage and I just love it. It's amazing. You have heard of it? Thank you, Doug. But so yeah, there's two LeMay's collections here in Tacoma. The one LeMay's collection is down by the Tacoma Dome, and it is a great big monolithic building with lots of newer cars. The vehicle settings on the, okay, cool. I will definitely let you take care of that for me, Mike. I would appreciate it. But yeah, and the other one, the one that I live over by, is just amazing. And I was last there. I don't want to give too much away, but this isn't a secret. I was there, I'm gonna say about 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, the car show at Marymount's amazing, isn't it? I love the smell of 90 weight in the morning. But yeah, it's just like, you know, some of those old little town museums you go in, or like antique stores and you go in, it's just like, I love that. I just love it. It's amazing. You make content that you want to watch every... You know, Sterling, you are absolutely right on that. And your video, the last one you made at the museum, totally... I did a museum video too at Milwaukee. But you totally made me think that I wanted to go to Marymount. And so I was like, you were in my head while I was filming this video. So there's that. But yeah, and it was also just really fascinating to me. So I looked at what I wanted to look at, and there was only one thing I really hurried through, and that was black and white pictures, old vintage black and white pictures. Because, I'm kind of a geek about those things, or if you don't know, you should, because of the way that I put my books together and such. So, old black and white pictures, that's my jam. I love those things. Oh, thank you, Sterling. I try really hard on that, and my app is so fiddly that I will do a voiceover and do a voiceover and then erase it and do a voiceover because nobody wants to listen to all the noise that I subject myself to when I'm writing because my helmet, although it's really, really safe, it's a nice full face Arai, it is so freaking loud. Yeah. Yeah, black and white photos. I think that, I don't know, it's a whole different quality of life to me. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, we're up to 13 people watching. I'm excited. 14. Hey. So Sterling, what's next on your channel? I know I saw that you had another one, but I haven't seen that one yet. Oh, really? Well, Siobhan, maybe it's something I'm doing wrong with my helmet. It could be. I tend to leave the visor cracked a little bit because I'm moderately claustrophobic. Well, thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. But so my helmet, and I do put a lot of distance on my helmet with it cracked just a little bit. So the visor is always a little bit wobbly. And I don't much care for the way it clicks in, and it's really hard to get it back open again. But even with it closed like that, it's still really loud. I don't know if it's got to do with, I'm curious about, if they've done any testing as far as speeds and such. Yeah. I can hear wind noise. Yeah. You have to, yeah. You do have to. Oh, you got a chin curtain for it? So I'd be interested, Doug, to see how that secures in. And what brand helmet does Terry have? Because if I could put a bigger chin curtain into my Arai, that would be pretty nice. But then, of course, every time you put it on and off, you're just going to be like yanking it apart. So what I do, yeah, I wanted a carbon fiber, but thanks, Doug. Carbon fiber is stupid spendy. But yeah, I've got so many neck problems. I've got a degenerative disc disease. And I was looking at my calendar today and I realized that I missed today's neck injections. So I'm a little annoyed about that. I think I was pretty much off my game because some other stuff that's going on at home. It's also loud and uncomfortable. Yeah. What kind of work do you do? Are you a welder? She's got a Senna Outrush. I didn't know Senna's made helmets, but that's cool. Apprentice motorcycle mechanic. Well, that's cool. Where do you work at, or can you share that? I think the guys up at Easy Street are kind of low-key looking for another motorcycle technician. I can share it, but I'm in another country. Well, then share away, girlfriend. Or dude. I don't know. Siobhan. Yeah. My son texted me the other day. Apparently he's going to Dublin for work again. What kind of a kid would not take their mother with them to go ride motorcycles in another country? Nah, I ain't mad. You're an apprentice philosopher. You don't want to know what kind of an apprentice I am. Let's see, I'd like to be an apprentice magician. I've been an apprentice cook before. That was a lot of work. Work at House of Motorcycles, Richardson's Harley. The only dealership in the whole of Australia. Oh my gosh. I am so jelly. Wow. Wow. I'm so impressed. What a great life, though. Well, so, I mean, are you just like totally dead set against relocating then? You know, you have to ask. You never know. Small Harley Museum above the showroom. That's very cool. Well, I thought you were because of the way that your name sounds. But, I don't want to make assumptions. You're one of like my 3 women that's interactive regularly on my channel. 3, maybe 5 altogether, yeah. But yeah. So what time of day is it over there now, Siobhan? Stuck in Wyoming? Is it snowy there, Sterling? Or are you waiting on a load? I can remember when I was rescuing a friend from Louisville, Kentucky, and I was taking him home to Tacoma after open heart surgery, and he was like 1 week post-surgery. And I think it was, well, there was a snowstorm in Louisville when I went to load everything up, take him home. And so we got to Rollins, and he tanked, and I had to take him to the hospital. And so they were like, well, he's at too high an elevation to breathe, so your best thing is load him in the car and just get his ass down the road. I was like, well, what if things go wrong? Well, they're going to go wrong. Your best bet is just get to a lower country. Bluebird shuts us down if a canary can't fly. Wow. I'm guessing that you drive for Bluebird? And what kind of a canary would want to fly in Wyoming anyway? Geelong Harley Davidson? I'm just writing a few things down. I like to keep track of some people so I can go back and peek at them later. It's a woolly canary. Yeah. So wait a minute. You said something about I'm looking down here because I have it open on my laptop also, but I'm transmitting from my phone, which is up here. I would love to go over there and just ride and do whatever. We when I worked at Western State, we had some people, and they said to properly see Australia, you really needed to have a month because of the travel time being so immense between everywhere, which makes sense. I mean, it's huge. And there's like a little town over here, a little town over here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I'm frequently wrong. It's okay. Wow. But yeah, sounds like you've got the greatest job, Siobhan. So I'm guessing that you have different motorcycle brands in the building with you too? Yep, absolutely. That would be so cool. Siobhan, this is getting more and more interesting all the time. Yeah, there's a whole lot of nothing in Texas. I can remember being out in the middle of Texas on the Dinah, and you know, fuel anxiety is a real thing. Yeah. So let me just say that. I can't even imagine how it would be in Australia. I imagine that correct me if I'm wrong, do you carry accessory fuel containers with you? I think we should get a tour group together and go visit Shivarn. Wouldn't that be a blast? You know, I bet it would be less expensive if we got together and went as a group. Me too, Doug. Yeah, my Sportster always runs out. Yeah, there's a lot of things that'll kill you in Australia. I did that research when my family wanted to go. Tolga, how are you? I haven't seen your name in at least 50 minutes. I don't know, Shivarn. Seems like there's little snaky things. Is there snakes over there in Australia? Well, America's way more dangerous because of the people over here. They're assholes. I'm eating dots. And drinking Diet Pepsi. It's a weird world. I am doing great. Thank you very much. I was just, I noticed that Red Rider Angel didn't have a live tonight because she's working for a living now. And so I thought I'd pop in here because I needed a dose of cheer me up. And that's what friends are for. I also kind of wanted to pimp out tomorrow night's video, which is going to be about a museum. Snakes, jellyfish, sharks, weird bugs. Pretty long for Australia, actually. Yeah. The deer aren't too friendly here either. Yeah, that's true. They will jump right out in front of your ass, won't they? Hey, Jeremy, how are you? Friends with jobs are such a drag. You know, I'm retired, and I am busier now than I ever was when I worked for a living, though. The death rate isn't that high. Well, that's good. Bears, lions, snakes, scorpions, alligators, crocodiles, moose, yeah. What else? Can't think of anything else. Jackalope. Oh, I forgot about those. Yeah. Wild to me that in some states you can go out your front door and bear could be on your lawn. That's true. We have coyotes in Parkland. It's crazy. It's why my little fluffy dog doesn't get to go out at night. Wherever he's gone. He must be out with my grandson. That's right. What doesn't kill you does make you stronger, doesn't it? Venomous jackalopes? Yeah, there's that. Yeah, I thought I had a really nice intro filmed for tomorrow's video. Then I started looking for it and I was like, that ain't gonna do. Oh well. But I am pretty excited about tomorrow night's video. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, it's going to be probably a 3-parter. I was trying to figure out how long I should make the segments. Yeah, Lake Tahoe's beautiful. We stayed up by, what's that other lake up there? Just beautiful, though. It starts with an M. Javelinas. Wow. I've never even seen a javelina or heard of one. I know I've heard the name before, but wild boars. Ooh. Has anybody ever read The Outlander? Every time I think of boars, it always reminds me of when they talk about going on boar hunts and they go out with a bunch of sticks with pointy things on the end. Really? So do you find that people tune you out after 10 minutes or do you tune out after 10 minutes, Sterling? Because I mean, excuse me, I've noticed that oh yeah, I've noticed that people definitely tend to fade out on my book videos that I put up on this channel, which is why I try not to put a whole bunch of them up there. But I mean, I have to have somewhere to put them to keep them because I don't want them clogging up my phone. And I don't know. I like to document the books that I make so that, well, tell them that they have. Is yours available as a podcast too, Sterling? Baggernut, I have not, but I'm making a note of that right now. Is that little blue and white track on the left-hand side? On 7 as you're going out of town towards the mountain? But yeah, one of my favorite mechanics is going on vacation tomorrow. So I also went by the shop today to tell him goodbye and safe travels. My daughter tells me all the time she just leaves my videos on and walks around and listens to them. Yeah. Yeah, I've been by there, but I haven't actually gone and watched them for a long time, but I'll go look at that because that might be something interesting for the people on the channel too. Trying to think of anything else out here interesting to do. There's also those trains out in Elby that's kind of cool, and it's there's like a really teeny tiny church out there. And they used to have scale burgers. Jekyll Island. Ooh, where's that at? Young Mr. Sterling. My daughter was all kinds of butthurt when she found out I was going to be 70 this year. I don't know why. I've been telling her that for a couple of years now. But then my grandson thought for years that I was 35. Ooh, I want to go to Amelia Island. It looks beautiful. You know, actually, Sterling, my plan for next March is that I'm going to go ahead and ride over for Forgotten Angels, but I'm going to come early enough that I can do some sightseeing over there. And I'm also going to go to Daytona and do some of the activities at Daytona. Not the whole thing, because I don't really like to be around people all that much, to tell you the truth. But yeah, I'll have some time to do some more in-depth sightseeing. Nice. So it's a little stroll down memory lane, huh? That's cool. Yes. Matter of fact, Baggernut, Debbie Doolittle's is just around the corner from where I volunteered at the food bank. There used to be two Debbie Doolittles. One of them was a ranch that's out further on Mountain Highway, and then there's the one that's right over there by Bash. And there was some, I don't know the backstory behind it, but I know they both had the same name, and I don't know who had it first or whatever. But yeah, I know Debbie Doolittle though. She's a very nice lady. How do you know so much about the PNW, Baggernut? Are you up here with me? This is pretty cool. There haven't been any more unwanted people. Oh, so you're right here local then, huh? Oh, that's right, because we were talking about going for a ride together a while back. If I'd have realized that, I would have hit you up to go over to Merrimount with me. But we could go to the other LeMay Museum and do a walkthrough. It'd be nice to have somebody else to talk in the videos once in a while. That would be great. My son's up in Linwood. Sterling, that is good to know. Before I had any moderators in here tonight, somebody said something off color, and I was like, I don't have time to deal with this. And so I just bounced him. Yeah. I was pretty pleased with myself. So what's everybody up to today? What time is it where you're at in the world? The only person whose time I know of is Baggernut, who is currently looking at 7:47 in the evening. $10:47. So you must be in Georgia, right? Wow. Holy crap, Siobhan. Boeing time. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Richard. Ohio. Wow, Kitty, you have quite a distance to come down to the campouts, don't you? I thought you were in Tampa for some reason. In Turkey, just waiting for the market opening. Wow. Holy cow. Well, 1,000 miles, that's not too bad. You can bust that up and make it there in 2 days easily. 9:48. I wish I had something interesting to talk about. Does anybody have any other suggestions for interesting things they'd like to see around Washington on my YouTube channel? Anything you've heard of around Washington? There's a little town called Leavenworth over here, and it's kind of a takeoff of like a German, like a little German town, basically. So I'm gonna go take some pictures of that. Oh, yes. Everybody, chime in. What new bike could you possibly want? I'll start out. I want a Fast Johnny, a red one with a 131. And then I'd customize it because, of course, money is no object. Yes, Neil, our Bavarian-themed town. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. But anyway, I have to go up to Leavenworth anyway because it's on the Harley-Davidson Challenge this year. So I have to pop up anyway. There are so many bikes, Siobhan. And you're in a unique position to give us some feedback on that too, aren't you? So I have said mine. So, and we're not talking feasibility, finances, yada, yada. We're just talking about in your gut. What would you want? Sterling, Ducati has a new classic style sport bike. Ducatis are so fast. A sketchy chopper like that hippie builds. You know, my brother bought a Sportster chopper right before he died and was fixing it up. It was a kickstart only, XLCH. And it had like a small peanut tank and like the king queen seat and a big old bar on the back. I think I still have the bar somewhere. Love a road glide, but will never happen. Saving for a Dyna currently, but would love one of the M8 Heritage Softails or a Pan America. Siobhan, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? And you know, I have a Dyna. I've got a Dyna Switchback, a 2015. And if you do get it, the first thing you want to do is upgrade your suspension. And I know this because I did. And the difference is night and day. And when you get to that point, if you do, let me know because I'll get the specs for you from my mechanic. Not the Can-Am Spider. Can-Am Spider. Yep. You know, Kitty, that's perfectly fine. I'll know the bike you're going to keep forever when you see it. You know, we were just talking about that at the shop today, talking about forever bikes. Well, all of my bikes are my forever bikes. I sold my Shovelhead very begrudgingly to my son-in-law, and it still sits in my back garage, so he's not really all that into it, I don't think. Street Glide or the Pan American. I would like a Pan America, but you know, the time that I went to try to ride it at Milwaukee, when I went to the museum there, they were having an event that day, and so I went to get on it, and the automatic lowering thing was broken, so they wouldn't let me take it out, which I suppose makes sense. My mechanic will not lower a motorcycle for me, but he will alter the spring setup. And not as in lowering the springs. He will alter the setting. He will alter the style of springs. But on my Dyna, it's got Racing Brothers rear shocks that are adjustable and some kind of something in the front end, because he says that you have to have a matched dynamics, which I kind of agree with. Your next bike will be weird. Hang on. Kawasaki 2024. No, that's not weird. Jennifer Bourne. Hello, how are you? Yeah. Road King, I can see why you'd say that. Wow. Siobhan, that's amazing. They let her take a demo Pan Am out. Hey, Christian Biker just popped in. Hello. How are you? Jennifer Bourne, I am glad to hear that you are well. So, anybody got any big plans for the next week? And I saw that Kitty said that he's planning on a 2-day trip for Forgotten Angels to get there, right? Yes, I definitely want to be on the top side of the soil. One of my friends is, he had a stroke earlier this week. So I was kind of in my fields earlier. You're a boring person, so you'll work next week too. I'm a little boring sometimes too. I don't know. 2 days for me too. Yeah. Well, it's only going to take me 1 day, but I'm flying, so. And no, not flying on my bike, dry heat. I'm going to be flying in on an airplane. And I think Joe said he was going to pick me up from the airport, so I'm excited about that. And then Captain Jerry said that he would let Rachel, Angel and I crash out in his RV, the RV. And so I got a message from him the other day, and he's still working on it. So let's all say a little prayer and cross our fingers. Yes. Oh, really? Hang on. I got to write that down. I love the blue mouse. Are you going, Mike? Sterling, how come? I'm trying to talk Captain Judy into going. I know a lot of people have kind of sounded like they're not going to make it. I think some of them are going to have to catch up with some work stuff. You know, I don't think I've seen The Corpse Bride, so that would be kind of fun to go watch there. Oh, that's true. Kebab had a bad accident. How is he doing, Sterling? I haven't seen anything recently. I know that there has been a GoFundMe started for our friend Kebab. And if anybody could donate, I will leave a link below. Or if Sterling wants to leave a link in this chat, he certainly can do that if he's able to do that. Oh, Friday night frights. That sounds like fun. Keeping in the hospital at least a couple months. Well, I would imagine so. So if I remember correctly, he had some broken ribs, broken pelvis. He got his leg pinned, some head injury type stuff. I think I heard that they had done a flap on his skull. I don't remember for sure. But yeah, definitely keep him in your thoughts, and if you can, kick in some money at him. And if you watch The Coffee Crew, that's another venue where Law Tigers has a crowd fund. Look up as Matthew Kennedy. Thank you. After this is over, then I will go in and add that. Because I'm not able to do two things at once. Yeah, they are definitely going to need some money. That's a terrible thing that happened to him. He seems like he's in really good spirits, though. I mean, I'd probably just be laying in a ball crying and whining for some meds. I also didn't know what his name was, so thank you, Kefab. So let's see. Anybody have anything else they would like to talk about for the good of the order? So to speak. Dang. You know he's messed up if they're keeping him in the hospital for a couple months, though. Oh, thank you. So, look at the link that Sterling has just dropped in the live chat. And if you can afford any, please go donate some money for our friend Kefab. He's definitely in need of it. Right back. Oh, okay. Oh, definitely. Yeah. It's going to be a very long time. Yep. So let's see. On that note, So we talked about his GoFundMe. Ouch. Jennifer, that sounds like a very painful surgery, too. Sure, go ahead, Dry Heat. Let's hear it. We could actually use, yeah. Okay. Okay. Doug, come on. Thank you, Sterling. His PayPal is Adventures of Key Fob. Okay. If when you go to the hospital before you leave, Jennifer, that sounds terrible. I mean, I don't know what I'd do if I couldn't ride, but I'm sure that he will figure out some way to get in the wind. Thank you, Sterling. Before you leave the hospital, go to the cashier's desk and ask for a federal financial assistance form. Fill it out and turn it in. So, that is true. Sterling, I know that you know how to get a hold of Key Fob. So talk to his family and have them get that form. Wow. And I know this is stone cold honest truth that Dry Heat Doug is saying here. So it could be really, really helpful. And then he could have some, oh, that's good. There's going to be other bills, though. There's going to be rehab. There's going to be all that other stuff down the road. And maybe the hospital, if they fill out the federal financial aid form, maybe the hospital can help him get some other resources to help him with aftercare. But that is amazing good news. So did everybody get a chance to put in what they would want for their next bike? To go totally to a different subject. Oh, but wait, Sterling, were you done listing his different avenues to get money to him? Dry Heat Doug wants a CBO. I remember him talking about that on the live stream that I saw. They live in a camper. It's too bad we couldn't get together and put them up a little tiny home or something. Now, Sterling, what state do they live in? Indian Challenger, Triumph Trident. Law Tigers, PayPal, Cash App. I'm just asking because I want to make sure that I get it listed in the description of the video. And Cash App. Okay. Yeah. Such a terrible thing to have happen. It's a good thing he's young and healthy. I mean, it doesn't make it any easier to deal with, but hey, Sky, how are you? I haven't seen you for a long time. Sounds like a cool bike, Jennifer. It was pretty cool. When I was at LeMay's, the guy was taking me from one building to another in the little Model T, which they don't usually do. And so he knew I like bike, so we stop at this little building and he goes, everybody doesn't get to see this. And I'm like, okay. So he gets down, he unlocks the door And he goes, go ahead, steps back, lets me go. And it was like, oh. And all it was bikes, just bikes. Yeah. And yes, Doug, you need to call Joe. Make sure he got that form. He's been busier than a one-armed paper hanger. Oh, Jennifer, that's cool. Did he write it to Oregon to a weirdos get together? Yeah, Triumphs are good bikes. Over at Easy Street, the only bikes they work on is Harleys and Triumphs. I know I keep telling Joe that I'm really tempted to move down to Florida and become his shop flunky. I know. Okay. Take care, Sterling. And thank you for all your help on those cash things. Yeah. Jennifer, I've been down to 2 of those. The one where it was rained all freaking way down there. And I think Shay and Cammie were there. And then the next one where we all met at that Wild Horse motorcycle shop and restaurant. And then we rode out to Mount Hood. And then I split from there and headed on home to Tacoma. Love you too, Sterling. Take care, and I'll see you soon. So, yeah. I wish I could say that I'm knowledgeable about the different types of bikes, but I'm not. I mean, I know a little bit about my bikes because I need to know what to fix on them when I have them out in public. That's about it. That's about it. If you got a non-Harley, that's funny. Triumph Bonneville or a Tiger 900. Yeah, that'd be cool. I've always wanted to get a like a little like a trail bike. But I've come to the realization that I'm old and I break easy, and I probably have no business riding trail bikes. Yeah, which is a pretty sad realization. Yeah, but oh well. Did I tell you that we ran into a certain blonde on our last ride? No, you did not. I thought you might, though, because I knew she was in your neck of the woods. Did you give her a hug for me, Doug? Jennifer, that sounds like a great bike. Ha! Of course you did. I thought you guys were going to be in the same neighborhood. I remember we talked about that. Good deal. Nice. Yeah, I haven't heard from her, Doug. But then she never texts me. I always have to text her first. But she's busy. She works and stuff for a living. So I never get mad about that kind of stuff because, well. Of course you just had to, Doug. I know. I've been looking at the weather down in Arizona, and it's so much nicer than it is up here. I've also been looking at some of these these channels on YouTube where people go just buy old derelict houses and fix them up. Yeah. I don't know. It just kind of looks like fun. I've always wanted to do that. Dry heat, Doug, stop. Turns out you're just rubbing it in now. Okay, anybody else got any questions? Hey, Bubba. Come here. Come here, baby. Well, I was going to have Bubba come say hello, but he's like, nope, screw this. He ain't coming up here. Yep. Okay. So, at the risk of being boring, I think I'm probably going to pack it in now. The day your hip went, you rode your bike to work. Oh, ouch. My Road King is a 2021 with a stage 2. It's got a low reach seat on it. It's got wiring for charging batteries and phones on the long haul. Okay, Doug. So we got about 5 minutes to wrap it up. And I know the specs on all the stuff that's been done in the stage 2 and the horsepower. And I've got it written down, but it's out on the bike in the garage. I'll tell you that next time. It's a way to keep you coming back. Okay, chick? I freaking love that bike. When I got it, the only thing that was really, really wrong with it is it was a tall guy that owned it, so it had a tall guy windshield on it. And I cut it down. Well, my son and I cut it down. We took like an ankle grinder thing. It just went shrink. Turned out pretty good, though. Yeah. So I got the Road King and the Dyna and a 74 Sportster and the shovel head in the back garage. Yeah. I'm like, I don't need any more bikes, really. Let's talk about want, though. Yeah. Anyway, you guys, I am going to wrap it up. Nice, Jennifer. And I want you guys, yeah, Sportsters are amazing. Mine is 1,000 cc's and it's an XLCH. Bag a nut later. And anyway, don't forget, you guys, keep track of this. Make sure you hit that bell because I'm going to be doing the drawing for the book pretty soon. I've got to figure out how to set that up so that it's fair for everybody that's actually in the live stream. Because when we do it, it's going to be given away to somebody that's in the live stream. Okay? Okay. Anyway, good night, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me and cheering me up. I appreciate you all so much. Have a good night, and I will see you next time. I hope you like the video tomorrow night. Bye. Bye. Oh, I forgot I got to hit the button. Bye.